Hi and welcome. This is episode 15 of the Melody Crochets podcast, where I come to you from my home here in Texas to share with you our basic yarn life. I live here with my husband and 2 kids and 2 gorgeous dogs. Hunter, Pickles. They're out like a light. Doing okay, girl? Yeah, she's good. I am literally coming to you from a huge pile of craft supplies. We have like the wire wreath coming together. There is blanks of wood. I have all the yarn. Seriously, I don't know what happened, guys. You left me alone for Halloween, and basically that is the day after Halloween for me is the start of crafty season. And the presents start, the Etsy shop opens, and the hat orders come in. And I can't wait to share with you. I figure instead of just ignoring the podcast for this holiday season, I'm just going to share the crazy with you. Basically, this is as good as it's going to get. If I have time to put on lip gloss in the morning, we're lucky. I will be running on caffeine. Not a lot of sugar. Sugar doesn't help, guys. I wish it did. But I eat clean, and this is actually Chinese restaurant tea in my amazing by Virus Shawl mug from Quality. Hey girl, I got it in a swap. I'm working on a swap right now. I should finish my welcome though. Welcome. If you are new, thanks for joining me. If you are returning, give you a big hug, and I hope you're doing well. I hope everybody had a great Halloween. We did. The weather held up okay, and it wasn't too cold. We got trick-or-treating in about 3 places in. We went around our neighborhood. We went to a local mall. We stopped by a little festival. We had a great time. I paint. Brown paint. I just finished painting a nativity scene. I love this time of the year. If I could keep this kind of crafty oomph going all year long, I would be stockpiled with fun this time of year and wouldn't have to work so hard. But I don't, so I love it. This crazy chaos is the best way to go about it for me. So, what's new? I have a little bit of new, and I will be sharing, like always, I tell everybody, through Instagram stories or through here, I will be sharing how I like the new kinds of yarn I pick up. Usually I do this at the end, but we're just going to have fun. For the next month or so, we're just throwing caution to the wind, and we're just going to chat. I found, while I was at Walmart the other day, a new kind of red heart. It looks almost batik-y. You know what it reminds me of? If you've ever painted acrylic yarn with acrylic paint, it comes out a lot like this, but I suspect the color will stick a lot better. And they had it in hot pink, so it was a lot of white with like hot pink painted on it. They had one that was kind of sagey green, and I was looking, I didn't see any purples, but I bet there is one. There's always a purple, right? This one's called Lapis Lazuli, and they were actually all after stones. I didn't see if the pink was named Ruby or anything. Oh, it might have been tourmaline. Probably tourmaline. And then the green was peridot. So this one's Lapis Lazuli, the blue. And it feels just like Red Heart Super Saver. And I'm kind of excited to see how it works up. I think it's going to be a really cool looking hat. So I'm going to break into that. I wanted to share with you guys before I got started though. And what else did I get? I got a ton of my basic yarn. I'm not going to share that with you because I am doing hats this year. I had a few people ask if I was going to be doing the custom hats again. I took a year off last year and I missed it a lot. So no, I will be doing them this year up until probably December 20th. I like my cutoff nice and close. I like to sweat it. The people that order a hat and I say I'm going to ship it by December 20th, they know it might not be there in time. I'll ship on time, but you know, Christmas. As long as I'm honest, I feel good. So a lot of people don't exchange gifts until after Christmas. So that early Christmas cutoff, so you get it before Christmas, doesn't even apply to everybody. So, what else did I get? I got, this is new to me. It is the Andes Alpaca from Hobby Lobby, and it's in a print. So I'll be sharing with you guys how that works up too. Because it's alpaca. Alpaca is my favorite, and it has purple splotches. Isn't that pretty? That is going to be something for me. I might need another ball of it. It feels, I don't know if it's because it's alpaca, it feels really slinky, but it doesn't feel like there's a whole bunch even in this smallish ball. It might just have a huge smush down factor though. So I'm going to share that with you guys so we can all see if you guys might want one too. And I got one of the new prints from I Love This Yarn. This one's called, it had a funny name, what is it? This one's 100% acrylic. The Andes alpaca, how much alpaca is in there with the acrylic? 70 acrylic, 30 alpaca, so just enough to be fuzzy. I love a halo. And this one is the I Love This Yarn print. I know I'm racing. Like I said, I apologize. I'll be normal again the new year, but up until Christmas, it's just going to be party, party, fun, fun. By the way, happy holidays. Let's see here. Acrylic. Give me your name. It was cool. Oh, Elements Flower. And it's got green and magenta and black, and it has kind of a cream and a cool white in it. I was like, wow, it is all in there. Is that blue? Yeah, it's got some blue speckles. I am going to make that up pretty quick. So that's going to be fun. We'll see how that works out. So, very cool. And the sweater along, you might have noticed on the Melody Crochet Ravelry group, I have put in there a little along for a Christmas sweater, which will be running until Christmas, because, you know, sometimes you don't finish it until Christmas because we're all making stuff for family, right? And I will be talking about stuff I make for friends and family, and they all know not to look. Don't look. Don't look. I'm not going to keep see. I want to see what I made because it's definitely going away if I'm gifting it for Christmas. And the people I'm swapping with, they know better. They won't look. So, but this is for me. And this is going to be my Christmas sweater. Most people go for red or green, but I was on Halloween. We went to one of the festivals, was in a nearby town that has a huge yarn store that I always chat about over in Farmersville, and it's Fiber Circle. Diane runs it, and she's also the mayor over there, so she was just go, 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 but she let me in the yarn store to wander around while she was setting up outside for trick-or-treaters, and I picked out my sweater yarn, and I went with this. It was right side up at the time. Isn't that cool? I love it when they're still in the bag. I don't know what it is. It's just so satisfying. I should have taken it out by now, but it just makes me so happy. She has lots more if she runs out, but it's Barocco Ultra Wool 100% superwash worsted weight, and I know which Andy pattern I'm going to be making, but I'm going to go ahead and share that in typing because I'm going to butcher that. So, but I'm really excited. So this is going to be my little Christmas sweater. 3/4 length. It's so cute. So, and purple, because that's my Christmas color. I decorate in silver and purple, and I love it. So, let's see. What's next? I think it's finished objects, right? Like I said, I did finish my first Christmas hat. And this is her. Isn't she cute? It has been, gosh, a year since I made this bucket hat. These are like my bread and butter. I make a ton of these every year. Everybody loves the bucket, and honestly, I butchered it. It's just been too long. But one mistake hat, which we're gonna call her a mistake hat, and she's still fine. She's going to her home, and everything's understood and supposedly loved and adored. So, but I see the issues. I think that's the case with all of us, right? We always see our own issues. But I went one hook size too big. And what the heck is that? Do you guys see it? It's there, right? It's my seam. What is that doing on the side over my embellishment? Okay, but aside from that, it's okay. Super cute, super fun, super festive. I did the holly. This is my holly, and I think I've made 3 patterns for my holly over the years. And this is my favorite. This is the one I've written up, and it's in my notes, and this is the one I go to. but I love hers. I was looking at it on the blog and I'm like, oh, it's so pointy. I love that. So clean. Jumbo pom-pom. This is silver in I Love This Yarn, red in I Love This Yarn, and green in I Love This Yarn. It might be grass green, I forget. But yeah, and then I do my braids. They're woven in there. Little tassels at the end. I like my own braids on my hats that I make myself to be about, I'd say about twice as long as this. But I never tie them. I just love them long like that. But for other people, I always make them about 12 inches long on the braids. Usually that's what people want. But here she is. I'm so excited. And I'm just so excited. It's hat season. Christmas hat. We went camping this weekend and everybody had hats on. Like all the kids, the grown-ups, everybody was wearing crocheted hats. Not just my family, like everybody. We went with about 60 people and just a great time, great weekend. It was threatening rain the whole time, but at no point did we have downpour. We were right by the water. There was fishing and wandering and hiking, and it was great. We got a chance to go out. I think we had about 45 minutes to just go out as a family and wander around, and we got to sit, we meditated, and we were relaxing. It was a good time. And then we made it back home, got all warmed up. Took a minute to get warmed up. But all in all, a great time. I'm really glad we got to go away before the holidays, you know. Whew. I say go away. We were literally 4 miles away from home. But, you know, it felt like going away. We even escaped a couple times and headed over to Walmart because it was like really close to a Walmart locally, and they were eating food that I knew I wouldn't feel great if I ate, so I held off for a little bit, and we just went and escaped, and we got some sushi, and like, you know, we weren't roughing it. But we weren't the only ones either, so it's all good. I have another finished object, and it's very special to me because it's my first, and it's my first of something that everybody else in the world has done. And if you haven't done it, you need to do it because it's amazing. This is my very first Virus Shawl. Yeah? Have you made it? If not, I highly suggest it. Look at that pattern. It's straight out of a graph, just a chart. I do not know where it originated. I actually, for a blog's sake, went ahead and was looking for where it originated because it really doesn't say who wrote it on the link from the Ravelry pattern. And I found a lot of blogs just saying, we don't know where it came from. We don't know how old it is. I'm pretty sure this pattern came over on the Mayflower and landed on Ravelry. I don't know. But I'm really glad I finally made one. It always looked a little bit like work. But this was one day. One day. Look at that. Isn't that cool? It matches me. But it's not for me. It's a present. But this is the Phoenix colorway from Lion Brand Mandala. Yes, another Mandala project. Mandala is magic this year, isn't it? And it's so soft and so slinky because Mandala is sport weight. And that means it's just a little thinner than most of my projects that are worsted weight. But not as thin as my project because a second to worsted weight, I'd say a lot of my projects are sock weight. So this flew, and it's still lacy and cool and pretty. And basically the chart is 3 repeats of the pattern, so up to about here. And then you just repeat that back and forth. It was, I want to say a 3-row repeat, might have been 4. And super simple. How much yarn did I have left? I have the ball around here somewhere. I used a J hook. I went with a clover, not the Amore, the golden clover with the handle. I thought I had it for you guys here. I set it aside. I'm in a nest of yarn. I am trouble. Well, We will probably happen upon it before we're done here, and then I'll share it with you. But I have a little bit more blue, and then it returns right back to the red center. I did not know if I'd get a full repeat of the color, and I didn't want to get close and have just like half a row of red, like just half of one of these repeats be red. So instead I figured this is a nice length. It's going to Arizona, and it's just going to be something to lay over her shoulders, over a sundress or whatnot. You know how it is. Just a little shawlette. And I'm really pleased with it. I think I need one. I think I need to make other ones. This and the Mapleton. They are just so quick and so amazing. So, what's next, right? That was my last finished object. Oh, I was watching. Do you guys ever watch the Creative channel on Twitch? I love Twitch Creative. It can be a little rough. You got to be ready for some language, and there's always people that pop in there that might have a little bit of a crazy going on. But some of the creators are just so awesome, and they're all just so patient and sweet. So there's one is my favorite. Her name's Dio, and she was on there the other day, and she was making this really pretty cowl. And I went ahead and started. It's from, I'll link to the name of it. It's from Red Heart. The pattern is from Red Heart. It's really basic. There's some knit through the there's some crochet through the back loop, crochet through the front loop, and free pattern on Ravelry. I'm using 2 balls of the teal berry in Unforgettable from Red Heart Boutique, and a J-hook, and I expect that's going to work up pretty quickly. Working in the chain was challenging, always is with Red Heart, and if not with Red Heart, with Unforgettable. It's not something you want to have to work back with. You do not want to have to pull out Red Heart Unforgettable. It's not easy. I tried knitting with it once. That was really hard. Getting the knit stitches to come out if I messed up, oh my goodness. And it's not easier with crochet. But I love that texture that I'm getting. This would be at the outside. This is the back. You can see it's really flat. I'm gonna brighten up just a bit. We are losing light outside. Part of the reason I wasn't recording is that since Halloween, we've lost the sun. I don't know what to do for light. So right now I just have like every light in the room on. So I hope I'm not getting a headache or blowing out or anything. But this is the back. Isn't that cool? I'm really loving how that's looking in the back and the front. Lots of texture. Really pretty. And it's going to be a great gift. And I already had this yarn in stash, so Christmas presents from stash. My next in progress is a hat. I'm working from Cozy Wool from Loops and Threads, but it's in the Clematis colorway. It's got kind of caught. There we go. This is all I have left. I'm probably going to need more, but this is just the rib edge. I like to do a nice long rib edge. This is on just a boy K-hook. So I'll cuff it like this, but you start off with it nice and long. Then I'll pick up stitches and work to the end, and I'm going to be using one of those pom-poms that I made from the fake fur from Michaels. And I don't know if I'll keep it. I kind of love the color. I might need to keep it. But I bought several of the Cozy Wool, and I'm ready to make several of those. So basically this time of year I just don't stop. I don't know what it is, and I can't stop going to the craft store either. It's amazing. It's so much fun, and they keep sending me these ads. They're such trouble. Can you believe that? But that's about all I have as far as what I'm making, and that was all I had as far as what was finished. So basically for this week I'm going to continue making. I'll be sharing as I go, and if you haven't had a chance over on Instagram to come join us, we're currently in the middle of the Get Your Yarn Wishes Granted hashtag, where we all gift to everybody. I think I've gifted to 3 people so far, and I've received a couple granted gifts, and it's just the best thing ever. You guys have got to come participate if you get a chance to. Aside from that, I am going to be making, and shipping off a package, actually 2 packages this week. I have a baby blanket to start, and I will be sharing that, of course, as it goes. And I also have that test knit that I really need to get in gear for. I joined a Harry Potter swap for ornaments, so I need to make 3 Harry Potter themed ornaments this week, as well as I bought some other things. Let's just go through it here. I bought several of these, and I'd like a couple of these to be an ornament gift, and I'm not sure what to put inside of them. Does anybody have any ideas? I'm just not sure. And I'd also like to make a garland. I will be making, hey, I found my hook. It's my 4.5 millimeter. I think I was looking for that. But I will be making several ornaments, and I would love to incorporate the baubles into a few. I might just make the crocheted baubles from Ophelia. Have you seen Ophelia Talks? Her crochet channel? It's amazing. She's awesome. She recently went to a yarn show and she was walking around, and oh my gosh, I was drooling over this special DK. So awesome. I'm so jealous because we can't get special DK here, and all of our yarns, our basic yarns that you see everywhere, tend to be worsted weight, which is cool. But like if I make the spicier, let's see, spicier life blanket like I want to, it's going to be really bulky compared to the DK version, which I guess I'll just have to deal with. But I digress. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming. I hope you are having a great day, and I will be seeing you very, very soon. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. My social media links are also down there. Please come visit me. If you are making anything, please come join me in the Ravelry group and let me know what your list is. It makes me feel so much better to know I'm not alone in the crazy, because I have crazy list. I'm just going and going and going until I stop. I think that there's 1 year, because I don't, and this is a point, I should just go, but this is a point that actually has gotten in my way. Tension. I don't know how you guys hold your tension on your yarn when you crochet, but I hold mine like this. Is that weird? Am I the only one in the entire world? Like, I hold my yarn like this when I crochet. I just always have. I learned to crochet from YouTube, so it wasn't like anybody was there to say, hey, don't do that, that's crazy. And I can hold it straight and hold the tension with a straight finger, but eventually I forget, and then my tension is of course different, which is really the only wrong way to do tension, is to be inconsistent, right? But I'm kind of nervous about sharing how I crochet with people, because I feel like they're going to be like, what are you doing? Don't teach people that. So do as I say, not what I do. Don't go like this. But there have been years when at the end of crafty season, like I have a month where my finger is just really stiff. But I hope you guys are doing well. I'm so glad I got a chance to check in. I'm gonna go make some dinner and get back to work, and I cannot wait. I'm so glad I got to share my sweater yarn with you, because now I get to start my sweater. You guys have fun. Let me see what you're making and give you a big hug for me. Take care. Bye.